Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry It's True podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy ARP, and we back here with the Sorry It's True podcast. Two today, huh? One this morning and one now here in the evening. This is for everybody that thought that I didn't do lives, you know what I'm saying, outside of 5:30 and 6 a.m. anymore, huh? We here. Shout out to everybody coming in. I see y'all. Shout out to my mods coming in. I see mods in the building. I see members pulling up in the building. I appreciate y'all. All right. This is becoming, or has already become, a significant topic recently in battle rap. It's a more recent reoccurring topic, but it's an old problem, okay? Stay with that sentiment and that thought for a second. I'm going to say some harsh realities. I'm going to say some harsh truths. I'm going to say a couple names that I've been seeing going around recently, not necessarily in a bad light, but I'm just going to keep it 1,000. And I feel like whatever comes out of my mouth here, whether I speak out of frustration at times, whether I speak the real, whether I tell you my likes and dislikes about this culture / industry of battle rap, especially as it relates to bootlegs, just know I feel it's coming from a deserved place. If I told you the amount of money that I possibly lost over the years, it's lifetime money. Lifetime, life-changing money that RBE has lost over the tenor of me being a platform company owner and dealing with bootlegs. Okay. Bootlegs, nothing new to any industry that sells something. Okay. Let's just open this up nice and broad first. Bootlegs. I'm from New York. I come from the DVD mixtape era. I was a guy that was working downtown Manhattan, and on my lunch break, going to like up Broadway a little bit, like little spots that you knew had certain mixtapes, certain CDs. You see, the other day I bought on stream a double disc K Slay Drama Hour tape, right? With Stan Spit and all that on it. Old school throwbacks. I got those for days. I remember the Canal Street days, okay? Hell, I remember when you could buy fireworks on Canal Street in New York, way before the mayors and came around, certain mayors, and shut shit down. Can't buy fireworks no more, all that type of shit. I'm talking about the bootlegs out there were crazy. Albums were crazy. I might still have a couple bootleg albums in my CD collection, not even paying attention, just something that I bought 20 years ago and just still have. Okay. And over the years, I think that there's even certain albums I was just like, oh, this is such a classic. Like, I gotta change this. Like, I gotta get the real version of this that has like the open up booklet inside with the production credits and you know, the song credits and the writing credits and the pictures and everything. Once upon a time, even though those albums back then that was still getting heavily bootlegged, you know, there was even meaning that these record labels and these artists are trying to give us to go out there and buy the actual hard copy. Like when we see Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent, and when we see like the documentary from The Game, I really feel like those albums, when they came out and they included DVDs, they were just trying to continue to give people reasons to get out there and support. You hear that word in battle rap a lot. Support, purchase, buy. Help these artists recoup. Help these artists get to their next album, their next show, their next body of work. All the effort that goes into creating content and creating these entertainment pieces for these fans. The movie industry is no different. How many of y'all bought bootleg movies? Yo, the bootleg man that used to come through my barbershop, I wasn't always bald, people. Y'all see my pictures on Twitter. I had 360 waves at one point. I had braids at one point. I had a flat top. I showed y'all pictures of every era. Okay. My bootleg connects. Shit. I think I got to the point where I had bootleggers' phone numbers. because I just needed whatever let it be a Friday and you in there getting a haircut and the bootleg DVD man walks into the barber shop. Certain bootleggers that was really on their game, they had the portable DVD player so they could show you the quality. Nah, 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 nah. I gotta see the quality. I can't hear no background applause and the crowd in my audio. Oh, no, no, no. This ain't somebody with a tripod in a movie theater. This is somebody that got a cut from the actual joint. This ain't an in-theater joint. This is an actual rip of the, you know what I'm saying? Like we all been there. We all did it. We all had our hands in that. There's videos on YouTube and online of like Tupac running down on bootleggers. Where you get this? There was a recent one. It was not necessarily a bootleg, but just selling somebody's likeness. The baby. Fast forward current day. I think he walked into like a smoke shop or something, and somebody was selling something with his face on it. He jokingly was like, "Yo, I need a cut of this. Like, at least what I'm buying, give it to me for free. Okay, you in here selling my face. I don't got nothing to do with that." It's not just movies or albums or DVDs or now pay-per-view streams. It's everything. Selling somebody's likeness without them knowing, without them getting a cut, without them being aware, undercutting these record labels, these film studios, these people that spend their hard-earned money. Me, for example, being somebody that spent his hard-earned money to put together pieces of content, pieces of hip-hop history, pieces of entertainment for the fans. I want this person and that person to perform, and we're going to catch it on footage. We're going to edit it up by Ruin Your Day, and we're going to drop it on the channel, or we're going to stream it live pay-per-view around the world to the fans. That, forget even just the online streaming. You guys could see footage of me in the building playing bootleg security. You see me in recent footage. You see me in the blue room with security guards next to me, not even paying attention to the battle that's happening, still working, looking in the crowd. Yo, go grab him, put him out, put your camera down, don't do that. Okay, accident. Don't put your phone back up. What's that? That's somebody. Oh, no. Oh, that's Knowledge. He's good. Oh, that's Uncle Rao over there. Nah, he could. Security guards don't even care who's that. He's good. Now he's media. He's all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing that type of stuff in the middle of a live pay-per-view. I got people like Avocado mad at me in the footage because he's a producer and a director. He looks at some of our footage that's being edited, and he's just like, "Yo, you're the center of this footage. You're the host. We need more security guards in the crowd then, because I don't like ARP, the host, in the middle of the footage, fussing and fighting and whatnot. You see me all types of, I'll accidentally disrupt Calico's round while he's battling good. Yo, who's this? What's going on over here?" Because I'm protecting my money and my hard work. It'll happen right in front of my face, let alone some coward over the internet. Somebody it doesn't even have to be somebody that thinks in their mind that they're bootlegging at an actual event. Sometimes they're just caught up in the moment. You know how people these days, they just want to show people what they're doing. So they live on Instagram. You know, next thing you know, they got a couple hundred people on Instagram. You got to remind them, like, this is being sold. Oh, my bad. I was just showing people what I'm doing. I was talking to Holly the other day. He was talking about, yo, you think I should, change the face off? We just allow 50 invites to come in. Think I should change that to 100? I reminded him. I said, no. The more people that's there, the more exposure you have to your content. You're not selling the face off. This is going to be a controlled environment, private. Get your footage, edit it up, put it out. Blockbuster, Hitman versus Geechee face off. I forgot about that part. Yeah, I've been doing that for 10 years. I even got to think like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking right now through this topic and through this history and what it's like to be in the shoes of a content creator, what it's like to lose the type of money over the years that I don't want to say on camera. I'm walking for a reason. I'm not rushing. And I'm probably going to come to the chat a little bit later. I'm going to keep my eyes on the supers. Avo, I see you in the chat. You're probably co-signing what I'm saying. I'm going to come to the members in a second. I'm going to walk through this, okay? I'm going to take my time. because it's very easy for me to cut on the camera and just say bootlegs hurt. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Let's walk. Let's walk. So, saying what I just said, I think there is a disconnect as well with people that were never in those shoes, right? It's like telling somebody not to get it how they live, but they've never been living out of a car. You just don't understand. It's like telling somebody that is rich that they waste their money by buying, $100 lunches and $200 dinners. You never had that type of money. You don't understand. Or telling somebody that's broke and don't got nothing to eat, a opposite perspective. You just don't understand. Or somebody that invested 10 years of creating content and spending their hard-earned money and busting their ass to put these events together and then have some slime ball come and just stream your shit. They don't fully understand. And if they were selling something, they would understand. They would understand. But we obviously walk through the history of the movie Hollywood and CDs and DVDs, and we've all come across them. We've all the DVD man from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's not nothing new. And I admit, back then, didn't know and didn't care who I was hurting. Didn't. I don't know how much money some of these major rappers have lost back then before piracy laws changed and hit hard. Right? Because you got to the point where selling pirated music, I believe, if I remember correctly, in New York at least, became a felony. I may have told the story of, I want to be careful in case I didn't tell this full story before, but I think I told a story on the channel before of being on a particular type of bus, and people are on there for different type of reasons, if you catch my drift. And then in the front, you got the Con Air separated cage for one person. And it was just this little short Asian woman in there, and she was wigging the hell out. And then a rumor started going around that this was the third time that she was just simply caught selling CDs. So she was facing something mandatory. It hit heavy because the record industry, the music industry and the movie industry, these are billion-dollar companies, and they had to go to government level like, we need help. We fuck around and can't make these blockbuster movies no more and can't do this and can't do that because of piracy, because of the DVD man going from store to store, because of Canal Street. Canal Street has a reputation of you go there, get anything for 5% of the price. Who wouldn't go? You had your five for 20s, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the era, B. And I didn't know who I was hurting back then. I didn't think about it. And to a degree, I didn't care. And then when I was in those shoes, fast forward with Rare Beat Entertainment, you get to see it from the other side. Like, this is literally somebody's hard work. And now here I am being robbed. Right? You gotta change your ways. You gotta learn. You gotta grow up. You gotta realize, like, stealing in any form ain't it. I'm glad that anytime I took from somebody, I consider myself a child. Anytime I took from somebody, I consider myself a child whenever I was doing it. Right? I just don't believe in stealing in any form. It could be burglary. It could be I don't believe it. And I'm going to get into the differences of source versus viewer versus, I'm going to get into all that. I'm taking my time with this one because I'm one of the few people that you're going to hear cover this topic that a lot of money was lost. So I could say whatever the fuck I want about this topic because I've been on both sides. I'm not just somebody out from the outside looking in that just has a perspective or an opinion on it. Nah, I sat right there in the fucking fire. All right. Here goes a harsh reality. Let's get battle rap specific. Ready for this bold take? I said all of that, and now I'm gonna say some people deserve to be bootlegged. Some league owners deserve to be bootlegged. I'll give you an example of a bootlegger or a league owner that deserves to be bootlegged. Right? Any league owner that steals from the fans. How do you steal from the fans? This ain't the first time I'm saying this. I had streams. I said this before. I talked about fans. We got to change the way that we interact with these leagues. And we got to be responsible for raising and elevating the business of battle rap. If you allow a promoter to be janky, they're going to be janky. So how does a league steal from a fan? A league steals from the fan. And we've seen it a million fucking times. One, I believe, at least I'm not saying that I know for sure. I just heard the buzz of it. So I mean no disrespect if that's not what happened. I'm still a real one. But I heard that's what happened in a recent event that just completed. You steal from fans by knowing that what they're paying for isn't happening in full. I literally get hit up from the owner of Rap Grid. Me and the owner of Rap Grid, real close. We real cool. You know what I'm saying? We're real cool. You know what I'm saying? We throw advice each other's way. I might bounce something his way, ask him like, yo, what you think about that? He asked me something about me and the owner of Rap Grid is very, very cool. Some of y'all cards he'll ask me opinions on. Recent cards that's coming up right now. ARP, what's your thoughts about this card? Do you think it's going to go down in full? You know why he got to ask questions like that and opinions like that? Because his reputation and his brand is on the line too. And when them refunds start getting issued, they lose money too. People always forget behind the scene, like it's a domino effect of all the people that lose money. So when you got these leagues where they know, or they actually tell the battle rappers, I know you can't make it, or I know this came up, or this is going on, just don't say nothing. Don't worry about it. You know, that's stealing from the fans. I could talk like this because I've been in them shoes, man. We just released a video a couple days ago. John and Big K almost brawl on the stage, right? Behind the scenes, leading up to that event, Big K, I was on a 3-way call with them. They got into, I forget what it was about, but they got into it. And then we got on a 3-way call, and that 3-way call went left. And these guys were exchanging serious threats back and forth. Like we're gonna get into New York, and somebody's getting hurt, right? It was to the point where they started exchanging so heavy. I was in the middle. It was my 3-way call. I banged it, so I could that was my virtual way of separating them, right? And I spoke to them individually, and it was up for both of them. So my immediate reaction was like, I'm not keeping y'all on the card. I'm not keeping that liability for y'all or for RBE. It is what it is. I gotta take this loss. I'm about to cancel this battle. I'm about to get online and tell people I'm about to cancel this battle. John said to me, he said, yo, just give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna call Big K like a man. And then they had a private conversation. And then I got confirmation from both of them individually that they was cool. It still bled into the battle a little bit. When you see that tension there, it started before the battle. That wasn't just from that one on the stage. They already had tension, right? But I was ready to cancel that shit. You take another one like Max Out, right? Where and shout out to Jones, where Jones became clone for the opponent for Big K. And a lot of that timing that I broke down in that video and I was explaining what happened, I was like, I got to get to at least the face off the day before, which is the biggest piece of promotion that any card ever does. Unless you go to Fox 5 or unless you do a platform like that, 99% of the time, the biggest piece of promotion that you will ever drop for an event is your face-offs. The Cassidy the Hitman face-off is like, what, 3 million views or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like people look forward to the face-offs to see all the energy and see which way they leaning. They do the most views, right? We sat clone there, and it was already known behind the scenes. That's where we're gonna announce this. And I had trailers that we put out, and I had flyers remade before we get to the event to let the fans know this is a change. Any league that ever allows a card to go down without you knowing that something isn't there, even if they have an excuse for it, I'm telling you, fans, janky promoters will stay janky unless you give them a reason to change. People only respect money and violence. Unfortunately, they don't budge until their pockets get hit. If you didn't get what you paid for, issue a refund, or else nothing's going to change. Fans, I'm telling you right now, straight up, you guys are also liable for things not changing. You have to make people raise the bar. If you did not get what you expected as far as what was promoted, and you feel that you were lied to or shorted, or you didn't have transparency, go to your credit card company and issue a refund. I said it before and I say it again. And if a league develops a reputation for doing that, they deserve to be bootlegged. Because you see the thumbnail, it says, I have no sympathy for somebody that steals and then gets robbed. Okay? Now, next chapter. Watching bootlegs. I seen that going around recently too. We got proof of this person watching a bootleg. We got proof of this league owner in a bootleg room or chat. We got proof of this battle rapper, you know, commenting on a bootleg and in there watching and all that and having a good time. Now, does it look good for a league owner to ever be, you know, publicly involved in a bootleg? Doesn't look good. Because league owners continue to use the word support. So, league owners, this is some advice. If you ever watch a bootleg, I'll probably watch some in the future too. I'm not perfect. I'm keeping it 1,000. Stay with me through these chapters. If you get your hands on a private bootleg, like just a stream link, just to watch for yourself, that's the route to go. League owners, you have no business in a public room where people can see you. It sets a horrible fucking example for battle rappers that book with you, fans that see you, bloggers that see you, media that sees you. It sets a shitty example. League owners have no business in a room where they can be seen. Okay? Optics matter. Reputation matters. Okay? Staying on watching a bootleg, though, that's not the problem. Those people are not the problem. How you watch a bootleg doesn't look good. Once again, there's a difference. But can you watch a bootleg? Sure. Sure. Whatever. Like anybody else. I also see people saying that if you sell a stream, that's the main target. Yes and no. If you sell a pay-per-view, it's fucked up. You're a thief if you're selling a pay-per-view. You possibly, depending on where you might be committing a fucking felony. I'm keeping it 1,000. It's like it's pure piracy and thievery. It's fucked up. Selling some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you're not directly selling it, like provoking cash apps or donations while you're, it's fucked up, right? And anybody that earns $1 within battle rap should never be the source. The source now, so you got the viewer, how they view it, what type of position that person has within the culture, right? And the actual source. The source could be somebody that's trying to earn money off of it, or the source could be somebody that's just doing it for clout. right? Just doing it for clout. People stream just for clout. I've seen battle rappers at events stream an event that they're actually booked on. I've seen it. We've all seen. Now, one that comes to mind, I don't want to say this as if I support how it happened, but I think the whole culture gave this person justification because it was the King Bao stream. And everybody was feeling like they was in the middle of getting robbed. So one of the battle rappers that was booked on the actual card was streaming on IG Live, like, fuck it. And nobody was mad at the person because of the circumstances. But I wouldn't prescribe that for anybody, okay? It doesn't matter if you're trying to sell it. We got to stop saying that if you undercut, that's the main problem. No. If you are the source, that's the problem. Bootlegs and links and all that, it's always going to go around. But if you're the one on your channel, and especially it's even worse if you're earning money in battle rap, that is just 10 times wild to me. If you earn money in battle rap and then you're the source of a bootleg, let's be logical for a second. It's contradictory to your own pockets. Okay? I used to say, for example, it makes no sense even for bloggers to promote bootlegs. Why? I would think that is common sense, but we'll explain it again. I said it before on the channel. It's contradictory and you're hurting your own money, because a blogger, for example, right, that does purely battle rap blogging, or majority of their channel has been battle rap, right? They're not the content creator as far as what they're talking about and monetizing. It's the battle rapper and it's the platform, right? The platform spending the money, the artist is providing the performance, right? So if I turn around and I blog on power moves, or if I blog on a Hitman and Geechee announcement, or the Hitman and Geechee face-off, or Av and A-Ward announcement, and I have those videos monetized and I earn money off of that, if I then turn around and bootleg that same platform, I'm hurting that platform's ability to come back and give me Power Moves 2 and Power Moves 3 and Power Moves 4. The more money that these leagues can make, the bigger the profile, the bigger events, the bigger bookings that they'll book for the fans, and it'll make more money for the bloggers or anybody that's on their channel monetizing. So I never understood why a blogger would promote or be the source of a bootleg, because you're affecting your own money. But it's just logic that some people grasp and some people don't. If you have a difference of opinion, salute to you. Okay. But that aside from somebody that earns money doing it, right? Just being the source, period. And when I say the source, you can be an enabler directly or indirectly. Okay. What's indirectly? Let's say you're part of a team and members on the team are bootlegging, and you're a part of that team. Now, you're not the one that opened up the room. You're not the one that set up the Cash App. You're not the one that actually did the bootlegging, but you're part of that team. And especially if you're a part of battle rap, it's a no-no. Okay. Or if you work directly with a platform and battle rappers that may or may not be contracted through you or have channels with you or make money with you, go ahead and stream on those platforms other people's content. Some of us saw that Easy to Block Captain clip that was going around the other day. It made me sick to my stomach. You know, and shout out to Easy. You know what I'm saying? Like me and him spoke behind the scenes, like he said back then. Yeah, I mean, I reached out to him like a man. Didn't call no lawyer or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I just reached out to him, you know what I'm saying, man to man. Like, yo, man, like, come on, man. Nah, I got you. I understand where you're coming from. I think this is before he was a league owner. So even while he was a battler, he understood. You know what I'm saying? There's other battle rappers that did, and I reached out to them. And I tried to be as politically correct as possible, and they didn't really respect it, both privately and then another occurrence like that in people's minds, like on Twitter. Like one time I hit somebody up on Twitter, like, yo, this ain't allowed. I didn't disrespect the person. I didn't come at the person. I don't know the person like that. I never even spoke. Matter of fact, I spoke to that person like one time in the past about setting something up. We don't have nothing personal, no dislike that I know of between each other. And y'all know what I'm talking about, that example. You see the way that person responded to me? You know what I'm saying? I'm a content creator. my hard-earned money, and somebody just spit in my face in front of the world. And that is being possibly indirectly, allegedly enabled. So we have to keep consistency. This is why I've never had a problem with being somebody that was willing to take a position on something that spreads across multiple platforms, whether all these platforms union up or not. I did it before. Hip Hop is Real has it documented. I have it documented on my channel. Goods and Gems had that incident in Club Drum. After that, I addressed it. I stood tall amongst all league owners and said, I am willing to ban anybody from my platform, even if they throw a punch on a different platform. Rare breed shit. And it's documented. Certain league owners came out. Like, I don't care nothing about other platforms or whatever. Okay. Okay. So you can't, I shouldn't say you can't. Everybody's different. It doesn't look good to indirectly, directly ignore, support, whatever the facts are behind the scenes in any way, any platform to get bootlegged. Because if it ever comes your way, you do not have a leg to stand on. So it needs to be an across the board type of thing. You ever have these situations where it's just like, yo, these people don't necessarily talk. These people over here don't rock. Those people over there never met each other. These people over here don't necessarily get along, whatever the case may be. But there could still be a common cause. There can still be common causes. You don't have to always make it so supportive of each other if you're so allergic to that. I'm not talking about anybody specific, y'all. This is so general advice for the culture that I invested blood, sweat, and tears in. That's a double meaning. Okay. But there needs to be certain things in these industries or within the battle rap culture that everybody takes the same unified position on. Who is everybody? All of the gatekeepers and all the people that are part of creating the content, the league owners, the battle rappers, the bloggers, and the media. Fans will be fans. But those key pieces, the league owners, the battle rappers, the bloggers, and the media, all of them have to take the same position. I don't care if I don't talk to that platform. I need to represent anti-bootlegging, even if it happens to them. Chris gave an excellent example in his recent blog. He's right. He said, Rosenberg Raw, not contracted, nothing like that to me or whatever, but you represent RBE. You wave the RBE flag, RBE family. Rosenberg Raw gets out there and starts bootlegging Chrome 23. Even if me and Rem or Trenches, me and Easy or Trap House, me and No Mercy or John, me and Bullpen, whoever, you know what I'm saying? All these different leagues, whether I talk to them or not, yo, Raw, don't do that. That's a reflection on me. That don't look good. I don't want my shit to get bootlegged because what goes around comes around, right? There needs to be a unified position on certain shit. Now, I apologize if certain people in the culture are not strong enough to do that. Not everybody is strong enough to take unified positions on what helps everybody. But if you are, somebody stop me if what I'm saying is wrong. Okay. Budgeting. Now, this is probably like one of the third harshest reality statement that I'll make. To a degree, I'm about to say some controversial shit. To a degree, bootlegs in recent times are being used as an excuse. Oh, he said it. He said it. Mm-hmm. Sorry, it's true. If I could tell you how much money I possibly lost in bootlegs for like the last 4 years, it wasn't a big topic 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Even last year, my last year doing pay-per-views that I booked and I coordinated and I put together, right? 2023 when we won Platform and League of the Year, right? All Blue Room that came from me, right? You want to know what Hollow was paid to battle Ill Will? Boy, I paid Hollow like old day Hollow. Like I don't know what Hollow makes these days right now, but I know the market is coming down. I know a lot of people are taking less than they normally would. I probably paid Hollow like peak Hollow. Keeping it, I know a lot. I'm keeping it 1,000. Okay. Saw Murder Mook come through here. All right. What do you think Murder Mook got paid? Okay. Saw Hitman versus Ill Will. What do you think Hitman Ill Will made combined? Just that one battle. I don't even just got to talk about the matchups, even though that is a clear representation of booking and budgeting through bootlegs, right? Because the same bootlegs that are here today, they were actually worse last year. Because allegedly, one of the biggest places where people knew to go for battle rap bootlegs, allegedly, is not here in 2024. He said it. Bootlegs were possibly worse, at least for me, allegedly, in 2023. Oh, I hate telling the truth, man. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. That's why some people don't like me, because he's honest. Okay. Max Out 3, though. It's one of the biggest lineups that we've seen in years, pound for pound. 11 battles. You see the firepower on that card? There was no corners that got cut. I wasn't negotiating based on, but bootlegs. And everybody got paid what they weighed, for real, for real. I don't know if you'll ever see a card that gets budgeted like that again, unless it comes from an external source. When I mean an external source, sponsors and external third parties and whatnot always spend more money. The mayor, for example, comes in, a battle rapper, Alki David, or they're going to make more money with them than they would the league owners that are here on the ground doing this shit every day. But I paid out of my pocket something crazy for Max Out 3. Okay? And I'll tell you this, everybody made their money, including me, through bootlegs. Y'all hear rumors of how bad Max Out 3 was bootlegged. I hate that. I want that money. But everybody still did okay, to say the least. Okay? You have to budget to bootlegs. It's not just bootlegs. Battle rap in general has a very, very bad practice of just not understanding the market. Like, league owners will function for years and still not understand how to not overpay a battle rapper. You could blame bad negotiations. You could blame just being hyped for a particular matchup at a particular moment or whatever. A lot of these battle rappers deserve not even half of what they get paid based on what comes in, what comes back. If battle rap was being budgeted properly for like the last 5 years, we'd have a couple battle rapper millionaires. How many battle rappers are actively battle rapping today and are millionaires? I'm not going to answer that publicly. I could tell you. I have the answer. I ain't going to say it. I ain't going to say it, though. If things just get budgeted properly, and even the platforms and the leagues have an opportunity to create things in a way where they're in the green, they're earning, they're able to keep this consistent climb of what they're delivering. If platforms was in the green and making good money every event, everybody would be doing this shit monthly. Like, when it was happening monthly, like, obviously they put the public statement out and said, we never got into the green. We always lost money. So that's just, once again, a third party overpaying. I'm talking about just a platform owner that's going into their own pocket. If they're able to just continue to just brick by brick and climb up and climb up and climb up and just constantly make money, they'd be doing this shit every fucking month. They'd be doing it full time. Nobody else would have side jobs or full-time jobs and battle rappers on the side. Niggas, we all love this shit. Niggas would be doing it full fucking time. When you see a platform do an event and then go away for 8 months, what the fuck what do you What does that mean? That their last event they made 500 grand? No. Sorry, it's true. Like peep the logic and the reality that's going around. Okay. Battle rap budgeting is the bigger picture. Bootlegging is an element in it. There's a bunch of elements. There's a bootlegging element. There's battle rappers that are overpriced element. There's platforms and league owners that design and put together shitty cards that don't have real good draw to them. There's politics. There's saturation. There's stepping on each other. There's all these pieces that's a part of why the market is all over the place. Like you could jump in February versus April, and things could be night and day for the same battle rapper. That's not good. Would you invest in that stock? Exactly. I hate that I'm just telling a lot of truth and saying just a bunch of logic. You know what I'm saying? So before I come to the chat to close out the end result of that, it does hurt badly because more battle rappers could be in a way better position if platforms were consistently in the green and able to pay them consistent money or more money, especially if they were able to do it on their own. Because it'd be the third parties or the sponsors that come in and they have to get treated like suckers for people to really, really eat. But if the average or the common league owner could just go into their pocket and consistently cut good checks, that would be because they're able to cut themselves a good check, right? And if they can't do that, everybody loses. Just like the example that I gave earlier when I said, you know, a blogger that bootlegs a league, it's like hypocritical because you're hurting your own pockets in the long run, in the grand scheme, right? And so it's like you connect all the dots and put the puzzle together and say, it's the budgeting, and at the end of the day, people get hurt badly, and it just continues to bring down this industry. You know what I'm saying? League owners get hurt, battle rappers get hurt, bloggers get hurt, media gets hurt. People start venturing into different things. People retire. People say, fuck this place. All that type of shit become a part of it, you know? But bootlegs is a piece of the bigger picture, okay? They've always been there. Doesn't mean that they're good, doesn't make it right, but they've always been right there, okay? Ruin your day, man. Shout out to the homies. Avo, what up, boy? Lawrence Law, I don't know if I've seen you in a while. How you been, my man? Appreciate the super. Bootlegs is nothing new. Battle rap is entertainment. If you ever bought a bootleg DVD or mixtape, this was going to happen to battle sooner than later. Yeah, and that's the point that I made earlier. It's nothing new. It's not even a sooner or later thing. It's always been there, right? It's just now it's becoming, or it jumped back up as a discussion point. If you ask my opinion, there was more bootlegs happening or more bootlegging happening in 2023 than it is in 2024. Just my opinion. But, you know, it's in a league's, some leagues' interest to spin things, right? And use as opportunity. Like if I can bring the battle rappers prices down because I have a narrative over here, I'm going to use it. Doesn't mean that the narrative has no legs to it. Yeah, there's bootlegs, but there's always been bootlegs. But I'm gonna also definitely use that as the primary focus of why the culture is in dire straits. And I'm gonna offer you 10% of what I used to offer you. But if these big cards come together, these big matchups, these draws, these cards that people actually give a shit about. I said the other day, if you create a card and you don't got the major bloggers talking about you, then you missed your mark. You missed your mark. You have to be a talking point, or else you're just doing it to do it. And there's nothing wrong with just doing it out of passion and love. But when we talk about bootlegs, we're talking about budgeting and financing. So anything that gets associated with the budgeting and financing piece of any industry, including battle rap, you have to survey that land. And part of that is putting together something that's going to make people pay. And then your job is to budget alongside of that, because I know I'm going to lose a piece here, a piece there. I know I'm going to lose some money right there, but it's budgeted. Like you never budget to the extreme. You never budget to the top. You never say this works for me if it makes the top dollar that I project. That's not smart. You're walking on thin ice. Me, and anybody that I work with that I advise them on and I try to give game on, I say budget to the lower half, not the absolute bottom, but the lower half. Okay. You think you're going to sell the car that you're putting together is going to sell 8,000 streams? Budget to 5,500 streams. That's how you do it. Budget in a way where even in closer to the worst case scenario, you're looking good. People don't do that, man. People just throw spaghetti on the wall and hope it sticks. You'd be surprised. Like anybody could be a league owner. There's a couple league owners in here that's very, very smart. And they know what they're doing from a business standpoint, from a strategy standpoint, from a timing standpoint, from a matchup standpoint, everything. They can bring it all together. And there's other league owners that they just like battle rap. And whether they can get the money from somebody else or their homie or themselves, they just put a card together. And he's saying people, it's not working out. You know what I'm saying? So bigger picture, but I still want to give a big response to the bootlegging topic as well. All right. And once again, I appreciate you, Lawrence Lowe. Thank you for the support, homie. Guys, Mystery says, as a league owner, if my PPV sales are low, I'm bootlegging my own event on 3 different YouTube channels. I mean, YouTube drops sometimes happen real fast because a pay-per-view is getting bootlegged badly. And people don't want to lose the steam on their YouTube drop. So I see fans sometimes turn around and be like, damn, why I pay for this if the battle was going to drop in 5 days or the battle was going to drop in 3 days? Sometimes that they don't have a choice. It's not that the league is trying to double dip, like, oh, let me max out on this stream real quick, get the VOD up for a couple of days, get some more sales there, and then try to, maximize the YouTube money. That's not necessarily the case why they do that. Sometimes it's because the bootlegs are so bad, they just like, let me at least get my views in. This is supposed to be a 1 million view battle. If I wait too long, mess around, it's going to be a 200,000 view battle because I'm getting bootlegged and it's just getting, you know what I'm saying? But league owners that feel like they've been bootlegged, especially through their VOD phase badly, send me a DM on IG. I have a way that I can help you. Okay? League owners doing battle rap, if you feel like you've lost a lot of pay-per-view or you've been bootlegged, especially post-event through your VOD phase, if you feel like you've lost money there, significant money there, hit me up on IG DM. I have a way that I can help you, okay? All right. I'm about to go back and get on this episode 7 of Rings of Power. I hope y'all appreciate this live. Almost 50 minutes. It's been a significant topic. Figured giving y'all a league owner's perspective and really getting into some of the deeper angles of this topic, as well as saying some things and some takes that people are scared to say, some sorry is true type of statements. I felt hopefully y'all could see the positive twists and angles in a video like this. I'm very supportive of this industry / culture. I really am. I'm a hip hop baby, so battle rap will always be a part of me. And I have a legacy from battle rap. That's part of my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the hip hop timeline because of battle rap. That is such an honor to me. So I give a shit. Sometimes I might come off where it's just like, man, you reap what you sow. But I do give a shit. I really do. So, hopefully there's some benefit to videos like this. But if not, we're just going to keep talking and ain't shit gonna shake. Sorry, it's true in that respect as well.